So are you also still drafting video scripts manually? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to generate custom video scripts from client requests using AI agent. So over here I'm running a digital marketing agency and we often receive client requests for video scripts. So we were also drafting it manually, but this is such a time consuming and a tedious process. So to solve this problem, I've simply created this automation where what will happen is that as soon as I'm just going to receive my client details and request with the help of Jot form, automatically my AI agent, which is OpenAI, is going to generate the video scripts automatically. Further, I'm just going to add that video scripts into the document. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Jot form, OpenAI, which is my AI agent, Google Docs, and then Google Drive. And to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also want to create this automation for your business? Then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. So in this video, we'll explore how to generate custom video scripts from client requests using AI agents. So by using AI agent, you can automate script writing based on client request. This not only saves time but also ensures consistency and also quality in every script. So let's see how you can set up this automation and streamline your video content creation. And let's start with a really simple example. Let's say that my name is demo user and I'm just going to fill in this form and request for a video script. Alright, so I'm just going to enter my email, my contact number, and all the details. I'm just going to enter my brand name right over here. I'm just going to enter the video topic. We are just going to enter the target audience, which is students and educator. For the video style, I'm just going to keep it as promotional and sales oriented. For the key points to include, I'm just going to enter the key points which I want to include right over here. I'm just going to do the formatting of the same right over here. Alright, we're going to move forward. I'm just going to fill in the rest of the details. I'm just going to fill in the calls to action and then preferred video length. So yes, you can see that with this we have successfully filled in this form. And now I'm just going to click on this submit right over here. And as soon as we're going to click on this submit, with this we have successfully requested for the video script. Alright, so now what we're going to do is, I'm just going to open my Google Drive account, and now what we're going to do is, I'm just going to refresh this folder right over here in order to check that if a new script of our request has been created and added right over here into our Google Drive folder or not. So I'm just going to refresh this, and yes, you can see a new script has been created and added. So I'm just going to open this script right over here, and as you can see, a script has been created based on the same request which we made. So yes, you can see the brand name and all the details are exactly matched. So yes, you can see that within seconds, in real time, I created a script and also added that script right over here in my Google Drive folder. That too without any manual efforts. So yes, this is no magic. This is the power of automation. And this is the same automation which we are going to learn in today's video. So if you also want to create this automation, stay with me till the end of this video. And to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the other one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here, I'm an existing user, so I'm just going to click on this sign in. And as soon as we're going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. And over here, you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm just going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to start with this automation, we simply have to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here, I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to generate custom video scripts from client request using AI agent. And then we are simply going to click on this create right over here. And as soon as we're going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window enter because we have trigger and action in this. So trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow will run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by a trigger. And that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started, I'm simply going to select my trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm just going to select it as jot form right over here, because what I want is that as soon as a new video script request is received from my client, then only this workflow should get trigger. And now for the trigger event, I'm just going to select it as new response. And now it is giving me a webhook URL. So we're going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our jot form account and our Pabbly Connects workflow. So I'm just going to copy this webhook URL and then we are going to follow this help text, and it is saying log into your jot form account, open the form in the form builder and then click on settings tab. Alright, so we're going to follow the same. I'm just going to open my jot form account, and over here you can see that this is the form I want to create this automation for. So I've opened the form right from here, and after opening the form we have to go towards the settings tab of this, and now from the left side of the bar we have to go towards this integrations, and after coming over here towards the integrations we have to search for webhooks. So I'm just going to search for webhooks right over here, and as you can see the same, so we are simply going to select it, and I'm just going to remove this and we're going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow, which was our webhook URL. And after doing this we simply have to click on this green button which says complete integration. So yes, you can see that integration ready, your integration has been successfully created. So yes, with this we have successfully created a connection between our jot form account and our Pabbly Connects workflow. But now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response we have to do a test submission or record, and in order to do this test submission I'm just going to open my form once again and we're going to go towards this publish, and now I'm just going to open this form link in a new tab, and yes, I'm just going to do the test submission. For that I'm just going to keep the first name as test, last name as user, email as this, and now for the phone number I'm just going to keep it as this. We're going to move forward. I'm just going to enter the company or brand name right over here, and after entering the brand name I'm just going to enter the video topic. We are going to move forward. I'm just going to select the target audience right over here. We're going to select the video style right over here, which is this, and now it is asking me for the key points to include. So I'm just going to enter the key points. So yes, you can see that I've successfully entered the key points. We are going to move on forward. For the CTA I'm just going to select it as this. Now it is saying preferred video length, so let's say I'm just going to keep it as 30 seconds. And after entering all of these details I'm simply going to click on this submit, and as soon as we're going to click on this submit, yes, you can see that with this we have successfully did the test submission, and now jot form has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. And yes, over here you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. Over here you can see all the details which we entered. You can see the key points, the video style, and all the details which we entered during our test submission. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step, and now we're going to move on towards our action step. So what I want is I want to generate custom video scripts from client request. So for my action application I'm just going to select it as my AI agent who is going to help me generate custom video scripts. So over here for my AI agent I'm just going to use OpenAI today. You can use any another AI agent of your choice. So I'm just going to search for OpenAI and select it, and now for the action event I'm just going to select it as ChatGPT, and then we are simply going to click on this connect. Now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your OpenAI account with your Pabbly Connects workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. And over here you can see to get this token we are going to follow the help text, and it is saying kindly visit your OpenAI's API key page to get the API key. Alright, so over here is the hyperlink to go towards this API keys page. So I'm simply going to click on this hyperlink provided over here, and after coming over here towards this page, and in order to generate a new token we have to go towards this green button which says create new secret key, and I'm just going to name my key as AI agent right over here. So I'm just going to enter AI agent right over here, and then we are going to move on forward. For the project I'm just going to select it as default project only, and then we are simply going to click on this create secret key, and now it has created a key. So I'm just going to copy this key, and then we are simply going to paste this key right over here in our workflow. And after pasting this API key we are simply going to click on this save, and yes, you can see that with this we have successfully connected our OpenAI account with our Pabbly Connects workflow. And now it is asking me for the prompt, so I'm just going to enter the prompt right over here. So yes, over here you can see that I've entered this prompt. We are going to move on forward. Over here, I'm just going to enter all of my brand details which I've received from the response of my previous step. So I'm just going to map all of these details. So mapping is a method by Pabbly, which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Jot form as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we're going to map these details automatically, my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. Alright, so over here I'm just going to map the brand details. First, I'm just going to map the brand name. So I'm just going to look for brand name and we're going to map it. We're going to move on forward. Over here I have to map the brand name in front of this company name. Alright, so I'm just going to erase it right from here first, and I'm just going to map this brand name right over here in front of this company name. Alright, we're going to move on forward. We're going to map the video topic. So I'm just going to search for video topic, and as you can see the same, so we are simply going to map it. I'm just going to map the target audience right over here. We're going to do same with the video style. As you can see the same, so we are going to map it. Over here I'm just going to map the key points too, which are these. We are going to move on forward. I'm just going to map the CTA, which is call to action. We're going to move on forward and map this preferred video length. So I'm just going to map it right over here. I'm just going to look for the preferred video length, and as you can see the same, so we are simply going to map it. And after mapping all of these details, I'm simply going to click on this save and send test request. So yes, you can see that I've mentioned all my specifications in this prompt. So you have to keep in mind that you have to mention every specification in this prompt only. So yes, now after clicking on the save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response. Not only this, we have also received this message content, and over here you can see, over here is my script. You can see all of my script is right over here. You can see the introduction, the main content, and then the call to action. So yes, you can see that it has successfully generated the script like exactly I wanted. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our action step, which is open AI, and yes, with this we have successfully generated the script based on the format of our client. Alright, so now what I want is, I'm just going to add this script into a Google document and add that document right over here in my Google Drive account. So for that, I'm just going to add another action step, and now for my action application, I'm just going to select it as Google Docs. So I'm just going to search for it and select it, and now for the action event, I'm just going to select it as create blank document, because first we're going to create a blank document and then we are going to add this message content into that blank document. Alright, so I'm just going to click on this connect. I'm just going to click on this add a new connection and then sign in with Google. And over here I'm just going to select my Gmail account in order to add this new connection of Google Docs. I'm just going to give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow. Pabbly is safe, and as you can see that with this we have successfully connected our Google Docs account with our Pabbly Connects workflow. And now it is asking me for the document name. So I want the document name to be the brand name and then script. So I'm just going to enter the brand name, which I'm going to map, and I'm just going to enter the script manually right over here because I want this to remain static. And now I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, and as soon as I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, as you can see that with this we have successfully created a blank document with this name. And now I'm just going to add the content in this blank document. Once again, I'm just going to select action application as Google Docs. So I'm just going to search for docs and select it. For the action event, we are going to select it as this, which is append a paragraph to a document. And then we're going to click on this connect. I've already connected my Google Docs account recently. So I'm just going to click on this select existing connection and then save. And as you can see that with this we have successfully connected, and now it is asking me for the document. So over here, instead of manually selecting the document, I'm just going to map it so that this field can also turn dynamic. So I'm just going to switch on this mapping button right from here in the top right corner. So I'm simply going to switch on this mapping button right from here, and then we're going to map the document. So over here I'm just going to open the response of Google Docs and search for document ID. So I'm just going to search for document ID right over here. So I'm just going to search for document ID, and as you can see the document ID right over here. So we are simply going to map the document ID. And after mapping this document ID, with this we have successfully turned this field to dynamic, and now it is asking me to insert the text. So over here I'm just going to map the message content which we received from our AI agent, which was a script. And now I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, and yes, you can see that it is saying that we have successfully added this text into our document. So I'm just going to open my Google Docs account and check that if a new document has been created and this script has been added there or not. And yes, over here you can see a new document has been created and also the script has been added right over here in this document. But now I want to add this same script right over here in our Google Drive account. For that, I'm just going to first make this script a shareable one. For that, I'm just going to add another action step. For the action application, I'm just going to select it as Google Drive. And after selecting the action application, for the action event, I'm just going to select it as share a file with anyone and click on this connect. Once again, same process. I've already connected my Google Drive account previously, so I'm just going to click on select existing connection and then save right over here. And yes, you can see that with this we have successfully connected our Google Drive account. And now once again we're going to map this file ID to make this dynamic one. You have to keep in mind that you have to map this file ID, otherwise this workflow will only run for the particular script. So I'm just going to switch on this mapping button and erase this file ID right from here, because we're going to map it from the response of our previous step. And after mapping this file ID, with this we have successfully made this field a dynamic one too. And now I'm just going to click on this save and send test request. And yes, as soon as we're going to click on this save and send test request, yes, now I have made this file a shareable one. And now I'm just going to add that same file right over here in this folder. So I'm just going to add another action step for that. And now once again for the action application, we are going to select it as Google Drive. But this time for the action event, I'm just going to select it as upload a file over here. So I'm just going to search for upload a file, and as you can see the same, so we are simply going to select it and click on this connect. I've recently connected my Google Drive account, so I'm just going to click on this select existing connection and then save. And now it is asking me for the URL. So here for the URL, we have to map the URL which we received in the response of our previous step, which is Google Drive. But you have to keep in mind that you have to map this PDF URL. Alright, so you're just going to look for PDF right over here, and as you can see that this is the PDF URL. So you have to keep in mind that you only have to map this PDF URL. Okay, we're going to move on forward, and now it is asking me for the folder ID. And to get this folder ID, I'm just going to open my Google Drive account, and as you can see that this is the folder in which I want to save my scripts. So over here you can see that in the path URL over here is my folder ID, which is after folders and then slash. So I'm just going to copy this folder ID and then we are simply going to paste it right over here. So this will remain static, so I've entered it manually. We are going to move on forward for the file name. Once again, I'm just going to enter the company name right over here, and then we're going to put a space and then scripts. So yes, you can see that with this we have successfully did all of this, and now I'm just going to click on this save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on this save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response. And yes, over here you can see that we have successfully added this script right over here in our Google Drive account in our specific folder. So I'm just going to open this script, and yes, over here you can see that we've added these scripts successfully into this folder. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. And now what will happen is that as soon as my client is going to request for the videos with the help of Jot form, automatically my AI agent is going to generate that video scripts which would be based on their particular request. Further, we are going to add that video scripts into a Google Doc and then add that Google Doc into my Google Drive account. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and we have also tested this workflow in real time. And yes, now we don't have to come back in again to our workflow. Automatically the generated video scripts will be added right over here in our Google Drive account, that too customly made for our particular client. So now we don't have to come back in again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. This workflow is going to run in backend, and in minutes and in real time, like I showed you in the starting of the video, these scripts would be generated. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.